So this is hilarious. So the woman that you see before you, this woman's name is well, I don't know her full name, but this is a TikToker who goes by the name of Cooking with Kaya, and she specializes in making TikToks showing what she cooked. But she's being talked about because of the way that she delivers her commentary, because she interlaces her commentary about cooking with all sorts of sexual innuendo,
Damn.
including, from what she wears to all out twerking in the videos. And some people are arguing that this is a bit uncalled for. Why is this chick doing this in this manner? So this says cooking with Kaya sparks backlash for mixing twerking with culinary tutorials. But we're here for the plate. If you've been on TikTok in recent weeks, then you've become familiar with Cooking with Kaya, who has taken the app by storm. In a short amount of time, the young woman has amassed a following of over 700,000 and 2 million likes on her videos. She reels her viewers in with her catchy Cooking with Kaya chant and lighthearted twerk before diving into the plate of the day. However, one video in particular caused a division amongst women online, sparking a hate train of sorts. In the clip, Kaya rocks a black halter top and slick black ponytail while snarkily declaring, "I can take your man with this plate I just cooked for him," showcasing a steak and potato plate. From there, a wave of think pieces ensued, with many slamming the influencer, referring to her as a mean girl, and a wave of other reactions. One fellow cooking enthusiast, uh, Peach Tara Bolden, who has over 25,000 followers, slammed Kaya for stating she would take women's men and stating she didn't want her 16-year-old or husband to know who Kaya was. Don't nobody want to hear that. Ain't nothing funny about this situation. Uh, Peach Tara Bolden, Preach Tara Bolden ranted in a recent TikTok. Another popular TikToker, Nishiesty19, who has over 81,000 followers, also dragged Kaya for catering strictly to men and being a pick me. She's a pick me woman. She panders to men, and I think that's why women don't like her. Her entire platform is like, get up and cook for your man before I do it, she stated. Radio host Big Homie Kodak of the JoJo and Big Homie show on iHeart's 96.1 The Beat defended Kaya against internet trolls. All Cooking with Kaya did was make some smothered chicken and twerk, and who were fully grown adults went women who were fully grown adults when Obama got elected are furious. He tweeted. Lifestyle TikToker Tasha Gray, with an impressive 96,000 followers herself, chimed in, dragging women who are blaming Kaya for their men's wandering eyes. I don't think Kaya is doing anything wrong. Y'all need to get y'all in words on a leash. She stated in a video that attracted over 274,000 views. Despite the backlash, Kaya has already begun getting opportunities, recently streaming with DDG, friend of the channel. NLE Choppa also shouted her out in a TikTok shared days ago. With TikTok facing a potential ban next month, Kaya and other users like her may have to find a new platform for their following. For now, the culinary creator is here to stay. So we won't just stop there. We will go ahead and play a video that has been curated by yours truly, Dogon SS, which kind of puts on display what has some people a bit uncomfortable with how this woman does her content. So here is Cooking with Kaya, doing all of her Cooking with Kaya things.
Uh,
Cooking with Kaya, cooking with Kaya. A man with his dinner I just cooked, bro. Take a good look. Welcome to another video with Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya. Don't know how to sing, but I'm girl. You know I'll be took if you woke up to breakfast in bed at Kai's house. Welcome to another video. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya. Let's get started. My boyfriend's last turkey wings, so I thought he'd be on his knees proposing if he tried my married chicken, aka smothered chicken. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Kaya cooking with Kaya cooking with.
Why was the whipped cream in the mouth? Why was that necessary?
You know why that was necessary, bro. Don't play like that.
Oh my God. All right. So what do you think? Do you think the internet is warranted in giving her a little flack for what she's got going on here?
Hey, man, I think she's a marketing genius. I think she's a marketing genius. Who would have thought? Mixing twerking, sexual innuendo, and cooking all in the same type of platform. I think what she has done, was capture lightning in a bottle. So I think her whole thing is genius. She's got herself a jingle. Man, I had seen a Stanley Steamers truck. I said, man, I ain't seen one of those in ages. And then immediately the Stanley Steamers jingle got stuck in my head for like 2 or 3 days. I'm talking about tough on dirt, gentle on carpets. Every time I'm walking in in the room or whatever. I was like, that's a catchy ass jingle. And one thing what she has done is she brought jingles back into the game. And her cooking with Kaya, it's gonna stick in your brain if you hear it enough. And trust me, man, while I was doing my intense research to gather these clips, okay, I was like, damn it, this thing stuck in my head. All right. So she's doing a great job. So for all the fellas that's out here watching this, man, I think what's going on here, again, it's just a combination. And that lightning in the bottle is speaking to all the lightning, to all of those points where men are missing out on nowadays. They're missing out on a home cooked meal from a woman. They're missing a woman. Okay. And okay. And it's all in one platform. The only thing she needs is an OF, and she going up. So blending her cooking plates with smashing scenes. I mean, why not? So yeah, man. So hopefully she doesn't have to go to that level. But if you look at any of her pictures, she might be about that action. So hey, man. So of course the ladies that are watching this are seeing the guys fall for the bait. Okay. And they're upset about it. Okay. But at the same time, I think all men that are watching this and that are enjoying her content, okay, they understand I think they all understand what they're looking at. Okay. But at the same time, I think the women that are getting triggered by this, I don't know, I'm gonna go ahead and say it, man. Those are the non-cookers. And we've got a lot of that going on right now. Where now it's not like her food, this Kaya girl food, it looks edible, but her plates look like those plates that you'll see in people's Thanksgiving stuff when they upload it on social medias, and it's like, yeah, that look good, but it don't really look good.
I mean, I don't think she's a chef. She's just a basic chick who cooks.
Yeah. And so, but at the same time, again, hey man, I had food at damn church events. You remember the church events and stuff? They used to come to the house and cook. Man, those girls were throwing down in there.
Yeah.
So, you ain't got to be culinary chef to make you a good home cooked meal. All I was saying is her food looks a little, But again, guys aren't getting women who are cooking in mass, I would say. So I think that's why this whole thing is rubbing, and it's only really internet women's that are coming after this young lady, calling her slanderous names like Pick Me and others. But to me, I think this whole thing is a hoot. I think she's smart, very smart. to blend these things together, twerking and cooking. I think that was a genius type of thing, and she's getting paid for it, I'm sure. She just blew up. This just went viralish kind of thing, but she's gonna get a check out of this. Trust and believe. But what are your thoughts, man, on cooking with Kaya? And people on the internet giving her some backlash for her approach to social media.
I think the I don't know, the people who are giving backlash. This is the internet, man. Like,
Go ahead and say
I
it.
think it's I think it's I think having a problem with this, like, is this your first time seeing this? Are you not aware that this is the way things are sold nowadays? You know, here's the problem that I have with cooking with Kaya.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm asking this question rhetorically.
Okay.
Like, is she? Are you trying to sell me food or sex? Like, my thing is, if it's really about the food, then you don't need to be dressed like that, twerking or spraying whipped cream in your mouth, giving me all of the sexual innuendo.
That
You're
was
giving,
great.
yeah, you're giving, she's giving me all of the sexual innuendo in the world, but then you want to place it under the guise of food.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the problem that I have with this, is that at the end of the day, what's being sold nowadays isn't goods or services or product, it's sex.
Yeah.
Like, I remember when I started getting ads on my Instagram and my Facebook and some of these various other apps that I've used from time to time. YouTube, even when I see what pops up on my homepage or in my feed, I would see it, and it's somebody selling me something that is otherwise mundane, innocuous. You're selling me the latest version of Adobe Creative Suite. You're selling me the latest version of Microsoft Office. You're trying to sell me the latest Dyson vacuum cleaner, or you're trying to sell me a timeshare package through Hilton, which is all fine and good. Okay, yeah, go ahead and try to sell me your products. But why am I always looking at a beautiful woman in the ad every time? And she's always dressed very, not scantily clad, but she's dressed in a way that accentuates all of her best features.
She's showing something.
Yeah. So, like, my thing is, if I'm in the market to purchase a vacation package, I don't need that. Just effectively sell me the vacation package.
But you only noticed the vacation package because you noticed that luggage she was carrying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, and that's the thing about it. See, like, the problem that I have with stuff like this is
Mm-hmm.
that I feel as though people have become hip to the game, that the easiest type of human to sell anything to is the man, because the man is nothing but a sexually thirsty deviant of a person. And you can easily sell a good or service or whatever you want to sell him, because he is nothing more than somebody who responds to sexual stimuli. So if this chick knows this, which is why she twerks in her videos. She knows this, which is why she wears halter tops and booty shorts and pajama outfits that are two pieces where she's showing off half her cheeks. But also, you want to give me the food. Like, she's
Yeah.
doing it because she's amassing a large following of, what do you call it? Um, you say sexual deviancy, but it's like she's amassing a large following of the easiest human to sell anything to. Because how can I cast the widest net possible? Be sexy. Because all I'm gonna do is get these dudes in my comments and in my mentions and in my likes and they're gonna hit the follow button because I'm shaking something in my videos. And
Yeah.
maybe one of them will actually be interested in the food, but what I'm interested in is my metrics, my analytics. Because the more followers I have, the more subscribers I have, the more likes I get on my videos, the more the closer I can get to my ultimate goal of becoming some sort of an endorser or an authority figure or influencer, so that I can get paid to do nothing. which is what these people want to do. She wants to be paid to do nothing. And the people that have the clearest pathway to be paid to do nothing is an attractive woman. Because all they have to do is exist. And we will feed this beast because we as men have allowed ourselves to be reduced to sexual deviance. You know, empty vessels who will respond to nothing, who will respond to anything, so long as it's a chick with a pretty face and decent enough hair who's willing to shake something in front of a camera. And we'll hit that button, hit that button, hit that button, hit that button. Like I've said time and time again, I'm not trying to poo-poo this because it is the wave, but guys need to do a better job of understanding their value in the ecosystem. You don't have to give a random woman like this the value of your currency. You're not buying food from her. So what are you following her for? She ain't selling no food. She don't run a restaurant. She ain't.
Not
What is she
yet.
doing?
Not yet.
Nah, bro. She's going to be on OnlyFans before she's running a restaurant.
Damn.
I guarantee.
Hey,
now maybe she'll be on her OnlyFans doing something with some food, but she's gonna start an OnlyFans before she's a restaurateur. I guarantee you that.
Hey, I'll tell you like this, bro. You know what I'm saying? At some point, I mean, she would be stupid if she didn't. So, but I don't take her for a fool. This is pretty smart. So, I think she's gonna parlay this, because she would. This was such a, and I'm pretty sure she's not the first person to do this.
No,
but the way she did it, it works. And so that's like it takes something. So to me, this is very interesting. It's like a case study. This is hilarious. But I agree with everything that you're saying in the sense that, you know, it's speaking to literally the lowest chakra. When you're dealing with humans, bro, the base animal emotion is sex. That's the first one. What has gone on in the West is that people have been conditioned through sex from jump. I mean, you saw all those clips from those Disney things, where they were putting subliminal messages in those Disney movies.
Yeah.
Where they was having topless women. Lion King, they had sex. Why would they do that? Because when we were watching stuff and we were just trying to enjoy Lion King, all right, other people had something in mind trying to get us to think about sex. And what happened is that those people grew up still thinking about their base animal instinct. Then they were giving all of this stuff for free online and all this other stuff. The beast continues. And just like how you said, for these advertisers, in order for us to get us off our square, in order to get us to give them our power or our currency, all right, is by selling us sex first. You know, it's to the point to now, since, you know, I'm already aware of that, and it sounds like you are too, sir. You get offended by it and say, hey, come to me like a regular person. You know, don't come to me like some sex-driven animal. But I'm telling you right now, the overwhelming majority of people that are on the internet that are scrolling and clicking on booty pictures and doing all this other stuff are sex-crazed animals.
I'm offended by it. The reason why I'm offended by it is not because of them. I'm offended by it because, and I've said this before. In my opinion, I think in the modern era, men have ceded way too much of their power. Mm-hmm. And that's why I'm offended by it. We have ceded way too much of our power in any sort of relational or societal dynamic on the basis of being able to acquire sex. And because we've ceded so much of that power, so much of that authority, people like this can get away with becoming successful merely for existing. I'm not mad at her. Just like you're not mad at Malika Andrews because you feel like it's bigger than her. There's an infrastructure in place which persists and sort of necessitates her existing and doing what she does. That's how I feel about this. That's how I feel about this. I've always said, man, if we woke up in a parallel universe tomorrow and all men all over the world decided I am not going to be ruled by sexual energy, but I'm going to rather control my sexual energy so that I can take some of my power back. A lot of things in the world would change.
Absolutely.
I think the reason why stuff like this is effective is because we've ceded so much of our power to that baseline energy. And we have allowed the world to basically put us into whatever box it wants to put us in, so long as it gives us sex.
Yes. And if
So
you're driven by sex, you're easily controllable.
exactly. So that's why I'm offended by it. If you want to use, if you want to use that word, that's why I'm
Yeah.
offended by it.
No, for sure.
Because it's way too many of these guys out here. Like, what do you live for, bro? This is what you live for, is just vagina? And I agree with you. It comes from a form of social engineering, but at least with us, the social engineering was subliminal. Like, I didn't realize what I was watching with The Sword and the Stone until I was like 20 years old. And I went back and I watched the movie and I saw, yo, this female squirrel is borderline graping this boy.
Oh yeah.
At the time, I didn't realize what was going on. I thought I was just watching a funny cartoon where the female squirrel is chasing the boy all over the place. I went back like 15 years later and I rewatched that movie. I was like, yo, this kid can press charges on her. He can press charges on her. Thank God Merlin turned him back into a human.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that kid was going to get ravaged.
Yeah.
But nowadays, there's nothing subliminal about it. They're literally saying, I'm giving you this. It's literal. It's right in front of your face.
Yeah, it's straight up now.
There's nothing subliminal about what Cooking with Kaya is doing. The food is secondary to her body and her face and the whipped cream in her mouth.
Yeah.
And that's the problem that I have with it, because this ain't happening to women. That's why this balance of power is going in the other direction, because there's no baseline animalistic energy that we can employ that keeps them in some state where we can just have them doing whatever they want, whatever we want them to do. But they can do that to us. Corporate America can do that to men. TikTok can do that to men. YouTube can do that to us. Instagram been doing it. I said the world changed in 2011 when Instagram came out. That's when I noticed this personally. And I was complaining about it because I refused to follow Instagram models. And I had all of these, baseline dudes surrounding me saying, bro, it's not a big deal. I beg to differ, bro. Why are you following all of these women? What tangible benefit do you receive from doing this? But there they were, liking every pic, commenting on damn near every post. And you think it's not a big deal, but that's what I think is going on. So that's why I have a problem with it.
Yeah, I agree, man. And when you speak on the whole thing where, for men's baseline energy for sure, and then women's baseline energy is what she's doing. And so for men, it's kind of like a plug and an outlet. All right. So the outlet is the receiver and the plug is the masculine part. All right. And so in order for this thing to work, all right, they need to be opposite. So men, when they're at their baseline, they buy sex. When women are at their baseline, they sell it. And they're okay with it. So this woman is a baseline woman. So yeah, and by her selling it, she's giving up power. And for a man, when he's buying it, he's giving it up. So to have people, so everybody's in their baseline energy for the most part. And that's where everybody's under control, for the most part. And that's why when you watch a Netflix movie, there's a sex scene in every movie, every TV show. There's always sex. So yeah, like you said, man, back in the day, it was a little bit more subtle. Now they just coming straight at you. No pun intended. All right. So, hey, man, I'll tell you like this Cooking with Kaya young lady, I find it hilarious. Of course, you would like our people to be better. Of course, you would like the internet to be better. But hey, man, I like to still get a good chuckle every once in a while.
Hey,
and
man,
that whipped cream in the mouth was good showmanship.
It was such an icing on the cake moment. it was such an icing on the cake moment because she already did her thing, and then she to just put that cherry on top like that. Oh man. Hey,
Yeah.
look, man, look. It's like what we talk about with the men who paint their nails and
Hmm.
and these pro athletes who can't help themselves but make the wrong choices with women. I don't complain about this anymore because it's going to happen.
Yeah.
There was a story a couple weeks ago that I thought about broaching on the channel, but other topics took priority. Where there's some OnlyFans chick who showed receipts that she made $40 million in a year. $40 million, and there's a one particular guy who was largely responsible for that. I think in 1 year he was responsible for gifting her like $5 million or something like that. There's this guy, some basement dweller, who's so obsessed with this chick that he gave her millions of dollars in a single year,
Oh.
thus contributing to her earning $40 million a year just to exist. Like, I don't care, man. And maybe you can call me old, you can call me whatever you want to call me. I don't believe anybody should be able to just, with impunity, get over like that based off of the sake of their existence.
Yeah, you're
But
just
the
an
only,
old head.
yeah, I know. But the only areas in which you see this actually being played out is areas in which women get to proliferate this dynamic.
Hmm.
No one gives a shit about the male Instagram model. No one cares about the male influencer. I get on my Instagram right now and I start posting pics with my shirt off. I'm not going viral. But let a woman do it. She's going viral. She's going hammer.
Yeah,
Here
man.
comes here comes the money. Here come the endorsements. Here comes everything else. And the only reason why I bring this up is because despite this being the move and despite this being the play, we will still sit around having conversation after conversation, exhausting conversation after exhausting conversation about chauvinism, misogyny, and the patriarchy. And I'm sitting around confused. Why are we still talking about this stuff when those very same things are the reason why you get to do this in the first place?
Hmm.
So I'm confused. Do we want to get rid of the patriarchy or not? Do we want chauvinism to go away or not? Do we want misogyny to go away or not? Because those are the tent poles upon which OnlyFans is able to exist.
What kind of pose?
Tent poles.
I thought you said something else. I thought you said TIT. I was like,
No,
oh,
no.
hey, those are nice poles, man.
I don't know, man. I'm done. I'm done with this. I just think a lot of this is hypocrisy.
Yeah.
What are we doing here? Like, do we want to usher in a world where all of these historical aspects of women's suffering get eradicated? Because it's those same things that allow for these chicks to be able to do this. Cooking with Kaya doesn't exist if not for misogyny,
Agreed.
because it's a misogynistic tendency within men which fuels them, liking her stuff, commenting on her stuff, following her, becoming a subscriber. If you remove the misogynistic element, she can't do what she does. But we'll still have these conversations until the end of time. So I'm just over it, man. I'm exhausted. People need to pick a lane and stay in it.
I feel that, man. So we'll see what happens with Miss Cooking with Kaya, man. I should be against this, and I am for the most part. And I'm not gonna go there and follow her. But I think the reason why I'm cutting slack is the cooking part. But of course, that is the secondary thing that she's selling. But overall, I think it's humorous. I think it's lighthearted. I think it's fun. And hopefully some sisters get in the kitchen after that. I hear them. What a misogynist. Hopefully some sisters get in the kitchen. Because, yeah, man, the men are speaking. Yeah, they like twerking, but they also like a woman who cooks. So I think there's a bigger, I think that's the take home.
What do you what do you think? What do you think today's man will do first? Give up a woman who's a good cook but can't twerk that good, or give up a woman who can twerk that good for a better cook?
Listen, man. I would speak on what I would say. Okay.
I'm not asking you what you would do. I'm asking you what you think today's man would do. What would today's man sacrifice first? the twerking or the cooking for the other thing?
Hey man, I still have faith in our fellas, man. I still got faith in our fellas.
Bro.
If listen, if there's a dude, because I get it, man. All right, if I'm watching a video, of course they're gonna buy the sex before they buy the food. But you would be a damn fool, which there are out here. That was, man, I'll take that woman that's shaking that ass like that over her. Like you done lost the whole plot, bro.
It's a lot of fools out here there. Because I firmly believe that more dudes than not these days will tap into that sexual energy before they tap into their need for sustenance. See the next pro athlete that dates the IG thought, or who can't cook a lick, but damn sure knows how to look good in them posts.
We should do a poll on this video. Let's see what the guys say. Say, man, would you rather her to have better cooking skills or better, twerking skills? Hey, I'll say, well, we can't say that. I'll keep it PG, but but hey, man, I think a lot of dudes to choose the food, man. And you a fool if you ain't.
Hey, man, this is my cynicism. I'm so cynical at this point. I'm losing faith in humanity. So,
hey, man, come on, bro.
Yeah. We need to get it together, man.
Yeah, man.
Shouts out to Cooking with Kaya and your 800,000 followers.
Yeah.